going on, guys? Rob at 3STRONG. Today I want to talk about a sensitive subject for the ladies. But this can also apply to men, so everyone can listen up. It's the bulkiness thing. Now we have examples of competitive fitness on TV where, you know, men and women, but let's just focus on the women, are going out and doing all these different workouts, and it's crazy. They're doing pull-ups and handstand walks and all these clean and jerks and throwing weight overhead, and it's just impressive. Look at their bodies. If you look at their bodies, you have a broad spectrum, but a lot of them are really muscular. They have the traps. They're not bodybuilders, but they're just very thick, muscular women. Well, people could look at that and go, well, if I do that training program, therefore, is that what I'm going to look like? Because if these are the elite athletes, and a lot of them look like this, and they all do that training program, then maybe the ultimate result is I'm just going to be this, protruding abs, big traps, no neck, thick thighs woman. And that is really dependent on genetics. Number one, it's genetics. It's what a lot of these women have, that they were former collegiate athletes. You know, to be perfectly honest, there's a reason why the top female athletes in those competitive fitness sports look like men as well. Anyway, the men are going to lift weights. I don't want to get into this male-female difference, but honestly, if they're going to perform like men and they look like men, well then, God bless them. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. The genetics part of it, you were given certain amounts to work with, and if your body naturally easily develops muscle mass, you're already going to notice that. You're already going to notice, I have big calves, I have big legs, I have a big butt, I have broad shoulders. Those are things that you can't change. But I have heard from women coming into my gym or train somewhere else or wherever that my clothes are, I'm working out and I'm lifting weights and my clothes are actually fitting different, like tighter. My pants are fitting tighter, or I feel like my shoulders are getting broader. I feel like I have muscles up here. What's going on? And the interesting thing is that for the most part, they will blame the training on that. I'm doing this training, I'm lifting weights, and that's forcing my muscles to grow. The training will strengthen the muscles, and it will challenge them to grow, but what really makes them grow is you have to create an environment where they can thrive. You need to give them a fuel, and it's really the calories that are going to dictate how much or how little muscle growth is ultimately seen. So my answer to that question is that if a woman starts lifting weights and they start feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm growing, this is bad, I don't want to get big, I don't want to get bulky, what could be happening is this. If you've changed your training program and you've started lifting weights, but you haven't done anything to change your diet, what could be happening is that you were originally consuming a diet that was supporting fat. But now, since you're lifting weights, that fuel, since you weren't doing anything before, that fuel is now being utilized by the working muscles, and therefore those muscles are growing. So now you're able to support muscle mass growth, which could account for the extra size in your muscles. But what could also be happening is that since you are working out more and it's more demanding on your body, your body naturally compensates without you even knowing. You could be consuming more calories, and therefore muscle mass is going to increase, but fat mass is also going to increase, so everything is going to get larger. That might affect the number on the scale. That might affect, the fit of your clothes. So looking at your calories is important. Looking at a diet that supports muscle mass gains, but also doesn't support fat storage. And that's why the training is last on this list. It's really, genetics are going to dictate how you store fat, how you build muscle. Calories are really going to let you know, okay, am I fueling the muscles, which is good, but am I also fueling that fat mass? And then what changes do I need to make in my training, if any, to maybe not put so much emphasis on certain areas over others, And overall, if you have a good mix of these, let's just say, you know, I can't really change that right now, but if you can track your diet and do that, the training is really going to show off this awesome physique. I've even seen that with myself recently. My calories came down. I've been working out and working out hard, and guess what? My body, as it got tighter, it got smaller. Nothing changed in the training. It was only through diet. So if you're going to get bulky, it's because you're eating enough to support that overall growth of your body. Just be aware of that, guys. And so if you feel like you're going to get big, or you feel like you are getting big, look at your diet, and maybe you're supporting a little bit too much growth. The bad growth. Okay? See you tomorrow.